of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man that go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queens.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
We get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right. So with that all being said, let's see who's in here. Hold on. Give me just a second. I'm sending out this email. We're going to be live again shortly after this at 12:30 because today they're having the closing arguments for Carmelo Anthony. Okay, so we're going to be right on that too. Hold on, give me just a second. Okay. All right, hello, we the people. Just Anticipate Cookie, Desmond. All right, G from the land, Mr. Elevation, Greta Lee is here, Pookie. Okay, let's get into it. Dark Tube, Deronda, Red Wine Entertainment. Okay, everybody hit that like button. I see you, LL. Nubia Ra is here. All right, Quiet Storm, Trisha. All right, shout out to all of my loyal royals and everyone tuned into the Queen. And a big shout out to my moderators because y'all know they be putting in work. Okay, so before we get started, let's have a brief word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes. Hey, Chili Willie from Philly, Nessie X, I see you, Chris B, Emperor Rex, Del Monte Green Beans. Where did you crawl out from under the woodwork? Hey, beloved, thank you for showing up and thank you for your contribution to the channel. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, let's get into it.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Forget you can purchase 12 Tribes hair oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Kratz. You can also find it, her products at Walmart.com. And don't forget that she also sells beard oil. Okay? All right, hold on. Give me just a second. Okay. Now, with that all being said, let me just tell you all. So I was on TikTok last night and I saw these videos of, some of the Asian folk just talking trash, some calling for unity. But what I saw that shocked me more so were some of the Black women, two of them from Detroit. Okay, I don't know their names, but people were sharing their videos. Now, these two numbskulls, okay, were calling likely Chinese restaurants. They were calling Asian restaurants, placing orders for pickup, like hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. Okay, like a 50-piece wing and then some other stuff or whatever. And they had no intentions of going to pick this stuff up. Now they thought it was so funny and they posted it on their social media. Now, I thought that was so stupid because what does that have to do with getting justice? And that was not the course of action. There's always some of our people that just want to do too darn much. So, I'm not for that. If you're going to boycott. Don't spend your money. Definitely, I'm all for it. But sitting there just doing petty little things, calling these people, ordering up food that you're not going to pick up, that is not the plan. That was not the assignment, okay? That makes you look silly. It is malicious, and it's just a whole load of BS. All right, let's be adults about it, please. Can we? Now, with that all being said, first I'm going to go to my TikTok video that I did because I just thought that was so ridiculous. Okay, I had to go in on them and the agents that were talking trash. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Said that there was going to be a boycott of the Asian-owned businesses, but there are some women who took it upon themselves to order up a bunch of food items from Asian restaurants and didn't even bother to pick it up. Okay, having people prepare food and having them think that they're going to get paid for it and then you don't even show up to pick it up. Now that's just malicious, and that is not what we were talking about. Okay, let's get into it. First of all, how is that going to get justice for Cyrus? We wanted to send a message that we're not going to be disrespected and we're not going to just let people come into our neighborhoods and treat us any type of way and expect us to still spend our money with them. That is the goal. But at the end of the day, to be doing things that are malicious is just really obtuse, and that is not what we had in mind. But there's always some of us who just do too darn much. Okay, please pay attention. But also, as it pertains to the Asians, well, some of them have come out and voiced their disdain and their concerns about the boycott. Some have called for unity, and some have said that they don't claim Rick Chow, but some have also gone in on us and called us uneducated, stupid, poor, broke, and all sorts of things. Well, that doesn't bother us. At the end of the day, the bottom line is this is not about one incident. This isn't just about Cyrus. This is about the decades of hate, the decades of racism, the decades of following people around stores and just accusing people of things. And many of the times, the people haven't been doing anything. They've not taken anything. It's all been false accusations. Okay, like with Latasha Harlins back in 1991. She didn't steal an orange juice, but she certainly lost her life because someone thought that she had. Okay, so with that all being said, this is not one thing that has happened. It's a myriad of things that have piled up over a period of time until finally we have had enough. Okay, please pay attention. Then I heard one of my people saying that she doesn't get good service when she goes to Black-owned businesses. She said that when she's gone there, that she wasn't pleased with her service, basically, when she got her nails done. But when she goes to the other people, they're so nice to her. Okay, just take a listen.
every time I go into a hair supply store, and I go to the same one all the time, they are so nice to me. I get a discount. And then every once in a while, they have a product in there and say, try this and see if you like it. How many times have you went to your black nail technician or your black salon person that does your hair, your black beautician, and they have actually did something like your birthday come up?
Okay, that was Miss Unique. Now, I used to follow her until I heard her saying all of that, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, my thing is, she had a bad experience with one black-owned business, and then you want to just disqualify all of them. On the flip side of that, she said she goes to the same beauty supply all the time. So that means that she's had a good experience with one beauty supply, but that's enough for her to stay with them. But the fact that she went to one black business and had a bad experience, that's enough for her to criticize all black businesses. She literally said that we wouldn't be going to them and that they don't give us good service. And she said a whole bunch of things, disparaging things about black-owned businesses. She literally, to me, sounded like Fiddler, okay, on Roots. That's how she sounded. Master, give me whiskey. Master, put hay in the barn and let me sleep in it. Yeah, Master treats me real nice. That's how she sounded, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, please pay attention. Unfollowed. And last but not least, some of them are trying to gaslight and deflect and say that, why are we trying to boycott them when we still get all of our clothes and different things from China? Well, here's the thing. We absolutely do, because America loves cheap labor. And so we do get a lot of things, that are actually made in China. But the problem is with your theory on that, or that talking point, is that we're not boycotting China. We're not boycotting China. We're boycotting the stores that are in our communities, okay, that treat us disrespectfully while we help them to build generational wealth. Okay, that's what we're talking about. You can cancel all that stuff talking about China and all of that, because at the end of the day, China really has nothing to do with it. These are the people that are here in the United States. Okay, we're not over in China being discriminated against. Okay, they're not treating us racist in our neighborhoods over there. They're doing it right here in the U.S. And these are people that have businesses in our neighborhoods. What does that have to do with China? Okay, please pay attention. All right, exactly. Trying to gaslight. That's all that was. That was them trying to deflect and gaslight, coming on there talking about, oh, y'all are still getting stuff from China. Now, on that lady, I'm going to show you her video, the lady that was so obtuse sitting there talking about, oh, the black people treated her bad and then the Asian people treated her good. Well, here's the thing. I could say the same thing, that the Asian people have been rude to us, but the black people have treated me good. So what's her point? Okay, I'm sorry, because one set of people, okay, in one store treated her nicely, and she had one bad experience with a black business owner, and she wants to just condemn all of them. That ticked me off. Okay, it's given that she just wants to continue shopping there, and that's fine. But you don't have to disparage black folk to do so. Okay, go ahead and be a raccoon. We don't care. Okay, please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, we're going to get into some of these videos of what some of them said, because I'm not buying this unity BS. Because if anybody wanted to unify, well, you could have done that a whole long time ago, as far as I'm concerned. Why wait till now? Why all of a sudden now that we have a whole boycott ensuing, and that the whole thing's been activated now, there's talks about unity? Yeah, I don't buy it. But let's continue.
You know what? You're right. Let's boycott Asian businesses. But first of all, your glasses, they're probably from Asia. Your hair extensions, probably from Asia as well. Your car and your jewelry, probably from Asia. The clothes on your back, unfortunately Asian as well. And, oh, yeah, TikTok's Chinese.
So what do y'all think about this? Here we go, another Asian telling y'all that y'all can't do without them. And it's amazing to me how the women get on this app and be so quick to say what they ain't gonna do and what they don't need and who they gonna boycott, when you sitting up here with everything on that they produce. You got the hair on, you got the weave on, the clothes, designer clothes, everything he said you got. So what you gonna do? It's kind of unbelievable. And I tell you something else, I've been seeing videos where people have been lately really trying to patronize in the black community. And what happens? One girl said, and this is why I stopped with the black nail technicians, and I had thought about that thing. A lot of black nail technicians, when you go to them and your nails are already done, they don't want to do your nails. They say they don't work over anybody else's work, and you have to go get them taken off. They don't have the service of taking off nails or soaking them off. So you still have to go to an Asian for them to take your nails off. And that's when an Asian told me I was messing my nail bed up for because I kept on getting my nails taken off and going to get them redone, a fresh set every time. It's like you destroying your nail bed. I was like, okay. Then you hear another girl on here. She said she patronized with a black establishment the other day. And when she came in, she asked for a certain thing. They didn't have it. And she was like, what do you suggest? And they was like, what do you want? They just had a bad attitude. And she was finna give them a good review. And then she changed it because she's like, they treated her like trash. So what are you doing? I'll tell you something else. Every time I go into a hair supply store, and I go to the same one all the time, they are so nice to me. I get a discount. And then every once in a while, they have a product in there and say, try this and see if you like it. How many times have you went to your black nail technician or your black salon person that does your hair, your black beautician, and they have actually did something like your birthday come up, and they have actually given you something for your birthday, or how else can I say this? Or vice versa. How many times do you get your hair done and you know your beautician does a good job and you don't even tip them? I'm just saying, we just out of order in all kind of ways, and we got a lot of work to do. You have to be a certain type of way if you're going to own a business and you want people to come and shop with you, because now they just coming and shop with you because of this boycotting thing. But if they really had a choice and this never would have happened, guess what? They would have never came to your store, because you don't treat them with respect. You don't treat them with respect. And then the good people that do your services, you don't tip them. You understand me? I wouldn't dare not tip my beautician. Wouldn't dare not tip my nail tech, because I appreciate the service they give me.
Let me try this Rick Chow shit again.
First of all, let me say this. That lady was flat out lying about some of the stuff she said, and let's talk about it. Now, because here's the thing. She said that she went to the black-owned nail salon and they told her that they don't work over anyone else's work. Well, they don't. And here's why. Because sometimes when you go to these different nail salons, you may get a fungus, okay, or some sort of disease in your nail bed or your toenails or whatever. Okay, there was a lady who literally got a flesh-eating bacteria from a pedicure. So yes, they don't always work over other people's things. There's Asian nail salons that don't do that. Okay, so please sit down somewhere. And now here's what she's lying about, though. She said that when the black nail tech told her to go and soak her nails off, well, she had to go to the Asians for them to do it because the black service salon didn't do it. You could do that yourself at home. All you have to do is buy 100% acetone and then put your fingers in there and soak it off. It takes about 2 to 3 hours. Now, that all being said, here's the part that doesn't make any sense. She said that every time she goes to get her nails done, she would have to soak them off. And then the Asian nail tech told her that she was ruining her nail beds because she kept taking them on and off. Well, here's the question. If you were going to the same black person, after you soak them off the first time, that would have been the only time you had to soak them off. That would have been the only time she had to soak them off, because when you go back to that black person and she does your nails, then when you come back the next time and the next time, she's still doing your nails. So why would you have to soak them off every time? You know why she likely had to soak them off every time? Because she went right back to the Asians, okay? That's likely what she did. Bottom line is, either way, I don't see why she'd have to soak them off. Okay, that makes no sense. So she can sell that BS somewhere else, as far as I'm concerned. If you want to spend your money with them, that's fine. You don't have to be on board. Okay, but don't sit there and try to bash black business owners in the process. Now let's continue.
Earlier, I had one. I think I was going too hard. The streets is definitely not ready for that. That was too heavy. So I'll give you this. You know how all these uneducated black people trying to push Asian people down, boycotting their businesses, talking shit about us just because there was a criminal incident that happened, and then now the oppressed people, the pick me victim people starts coming out, showing their true color, how racist they are, how
Now, I want you to pay attention how he said the nerve. This is what many of them are doing. They're calling us racist because we don't want to give you our money anymore because of the disrespect and all the things that they do. So now we're the racists. I want you all to pay attention and let this be a constant reminder of why we will never patronize their businesses again. Okay, please pay attention. They think they're entitled to our money as though we owe it to them. We don't owe them a damn thing, and they don't owe us anything either. So pack up your little bags and go on somewhere else. Since you say the white folk will welcome you with open arms, I'd love to see it. And here's another thing. the end of the day, they're talking about, oh, y'all are just helping to spew more Asian hate. We are not spewing any Asian hate. And I want y'all to think about something too, because I meant to put this in my TikTok, but I forgot. But let me just tell you all something. These are the same people that in 2020, during the pandemic, when people were being hateful to them and they wanted to have the whole Asian hate crime bill, if you remember, people, they lied in the media narrative and said it was Black people committing hate crimes on them. We don't commit hate crimes. We all know who does. We all know who does. The same people that commit hate crimes on them are the same people who commit the hate crimes on us. But because some of them want to have a close proximity to whiteness, they let it ride. They let the lies perpetuate. They let it continue. Remember how I told you all, I said, why aren't they saying anything? I said, oh, so now they're supposed to be afraid of us, but we're their customers. We're the ones that go to their stores and patronize them, so they're really afraid of us? No, they're not. If they were so afraid of us, like I said back then, I told you all, I said, if they're so afraid of us, why are they still in our neighborhoods? They know darn well it's not us committing the hate crimes upon them. They know exactly who it was. I mean, who was the person that was here in Atlanta that went into one of the spas and shot up plenty of them? Okay, who did that? Who was the person who walked into a Chinese restaurant, a Mandarin restaurant, and with a claw hammer and commits to going upside three people's heads, killing them? Yeah, it wasn't a Black person, okay? All I'm saying, so they could sit here and try to act like we're racist. Yeah, we're not the ones that are the problem for you when it pertains to racism, but we are going to be a problem for you when you think you're going to keep making our money. I don't give a darn about them calling for unity. They could have called for unity in 1991 after Latasha Harlins got murdered and the lady got off scot-free. Did they do it? What about the numerous of times I've showed you all video footage of them beating the hell out of Black women, even teenagers, a 13-year-old locked in their beauty salons or their nail salons? Okay, and quite frankly, here's the thing. It's nothing new for me because I've been boycotting them since 2020. I haven't gone to their nail salon since or their beauty supplies. Okay, please pay attention. Now, as you may have noticed, I don't do my nails most of the time, but when my nails are done, those are press-ons. Okay? Because I don't go to them. And I've not been going to them. So with that all being said, I find it all interesting that he wants to sit here and play the victim. Mind you, he just said the pick me victims. No, he's the victim. That's why he's doing this video whining and crying because you're not getting Black folks money anymore. And you won't get it. But let's continue.
Hair extension.
Opening up in the hood. Maybe learn about simple economics before you open your fucking mouth.
And another thing, if you want to cancel all these business, by all means.
Hold on. Let me roll that back so you all can hear exactly what all he said.
So I'll give you this. You know how all these uneducated Black people trying to push Asian people down, boycotting their businesses, talking shit about us just because there was a criminal incident that happened, and then now the oppressed people, the pick me victim people starts coming out, showing their true color, how racist they are, how low IQ they are, how stupid they are, saying like, oh, why don't you open businesses in white neighborhoods? Do you know white neighborhoods overheads are 3 times or probably 10 times higher than opening up in the hood? Maybe learn about simple economics before you open your fucking mouth.
And another thing.
We don't need to learn about economics. We know it costs more in their neighborhoods, and that's why you want to stay in ours. Now, you can stay, but you won't be making any money. How about that? Okay? No matter what. I mean, we have to be uneducated. We have to be stupid. Okay? We have to be racist. Do you all see? This is the same vitriol that they've always had. This is who they really are. Okay? Please pay attention. All right? Please pay attention.
If you want to cancel all these business, by all means, go ahead and try to cancel every single one of them. Boycott every single one of them. Boycott the hair. Walk around with your bald ass head. Don't eat the Chinese food. Don't do any of that, okay? Because let me tell you, there is not enough Black-owned business for y'all trying to cancel everybody, boycott this, and let's not do this. You wouldn't survive.
You would not survive in that community without all these other businesses. And then you're going to go, no one wants to invest in our neighborhood. Why do you think they don't want to invest in your neighborhood? Because you got your ratchety ass kids going around stealing everybody's shit all the time. Okay, go ahead, cancel all the business. I'm just saying what everybody's thinking. And you mad because you know I'm right. And then you go on national TV talking about, oh, how he was racially profiled and how everybody is racist. Well, had you fucking whoop your son's ass and made sure he wasn't walking around with a fucking pistol, he wouldn't be Mr. Child.
Sitting up here with a whole black sit. Y'all know that's by design, right? Sitting up here with a whole black sit, but talking hella smack. Well, you can talk all the talk you want, because I am not even bothered by these people. Because, honey, what I know is they're going to be broke real soon. They're going to be broke real soon.
This is the shit I'm talking about.
I ain't never seen nobody this mad at niggas. He got some balls. Watch this shit.
This is gonna be an unpopular fucking opinion, and I'm gonna call you out since you motherfuckers don't seem to fucking understand. Every single one of you over there boycotting Asian business and spreading more Asian hate.
Ooh, you.
So now we're spreading hate. Now I want you all to pay attention real quick, because she says we're spreading more Asian hate. First of all, we were never spreading Asian hate, and we're definitely not spreading more. The ones who are spreading the hate are them, calling us MFs, calling us stupid, talking about our kids, saying that we steal. I mean, these are the ones that are racist. And hey, I'm just glad it's all coming out. Keep on showing us who you really are. And pretty soon, nobody is going to F with you from the black community. There may be a few scragglers who are still going to go, but pretty soon they won't even go. And even if they do, it won't be enough to help you keep your lights on. Pay attention.
You can tell she's starving. She mad as hell. Black people stop shopping at them stores. Oh, now you realizing the black people got all the buying power.
You fucking black fucking people with your black fatigue, okay? And what your people call niggerism. Yeah, not my words. Those are your people words. You people that is living in that black culture mentality, the poor victim mentality, thinking that people still owe you fucking reparation. Yeah, you motherfuckers. I'm the one talking to you motherfuckers.
She let us have it. Do y'all hear it? Ooh, honey, Asian Karen is fired. Okay. And mind you, since you brought up reparations, I think it's interesting to point out that they absolutely did say that we don't deserve reparations. I posted the video on my X account, okay? Someone shared it and I reposted. Now, with that all being said, Delmonte Green Bean says we're naturally hospitable, and so they use it against us. Right. Somebody put the motivation in their back. Okay, they're all presenting themselves as a contingent towards us. Now, when it's time and there's nothing to discuss, exactly. Okay, when it's time, there's nothing to discuss. There's no need to talk about it right now. Okay, now she was talking real greasy. I want y'all to pay attention. You black MFs. And she said, woo, honey, they're telling us. Okay, please pay attention. Delmonte, thank you, beloved, for your insight into the topic and your contribution to the channel. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings.
Sister is starving.
Every single one of you failing in life. And then you want to blame everybody else. You see this whole Cyrus case and Mr. Chow? None of this would have happened if you motherfuckers raised your fucking kids right. That fucking little boy witnessed some of his business trying to steal fucking water, okay? Now, I might not agree with Mr. Chow chasing the fucking boy and shooting him fucking in Timbuktu, okay, wherever the fuck he was. But here's the crazy part. If you had disciplined your fucking boy right, he wouldn't be in someone's store trying to steal fucking a 50-cent bottle of fucking water in the first place, okay?
She right on that one.
Not only that, you go and attack the fucking attorney defending his clients, and then here's the truth of the matter. Your people, there are 7 black jurors who found your kid responsible, making Mr. Chow, okay, not guilty because they understand your fucking culture.
Now, let me just say, while she's going all in, I already explained to you all why that man got off. They purposely set it up that way. That man did not have any lesser charges. Okay? Now, depending on how the instructions were read to the jurors, we don't know how they interpreted it. At the end of the day, it wasn't premeditated, I wouldn't think. Okay, I don't even think it was premeditated per se, but I do think that he had no darn business chasing him out of the store and putting a bullet in his back for what he thought he had stolen, which was nothing but a bottle of water. Okay, please pay attention. Okay, this lady is going all in on us, honey. Y'all hear it?
Mentality. You failed your your kid. Your society failed your kid. Your mentality failed your kid. That niggerism fucking attitude failed your fucking.
I ain't never seen nobody this mad at niggas. He got some balls. Watch this shit.
This is gonna be an.
Honey, she is so mad. Why'd you get so mad about it? Y'all remember that song? I find it all interesting, honey. She thought she was going ham. Okay, well, we'll see how it all turns out for her in the long run. Okay, in the long run. Now, with that all being said, let's go to this clip right here. This is where these black women were calling, ordering up all this food. I mean, they literally posted online. How dumb could they be?
Steamed dumplings. Also, sorry, we're ordering for like 6 people.
It was on another app at first.
Can we do the Szechuan chicken? Okay. The lamb with scallion. Okay. The steamed fish fillet. Okay. And then we will do a order of I'm sorry, do you guys have fried chicken? You mean the fried chicken wings? Yeah, can I do like 2 orders of the fried chicken wings? Okay. And then last but not least,
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
can we do 2 orders of the chicken fried rice? I'm sorry, 1 order of the chicken fried rice and 1 vegetable fried rice.
That's a big order. That's a big
and
order.
that will be all.
Oh my God.
Okay. Total 226 and 36 cents.
Okay, thank you.
About 25 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now, she was talking kind of low for those of you saying you can't really hear it. She's just ordered a bunch of stuff. That's all that she's not going to pick up, has no intentions of picking up their silly self. Okay, I just dropped the link for the next live, okay, about Carmelo. That started at 12:30. Okay, let's continue.
Yes, and we only take 29 cents. No Apple Pay, no time, okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
I told y'all what people were doing. I told y'all. Y'all, I'm telling y'all to stop. Stop it. Stop it. And like I said, I'm not taking up for them. But just stop. Okay? I promise you God don't sleep. He see everything that's going on. I promise you he do. I promise you that lady, that total is $200 and some dollars. That lady is about to make all that food and nobody's gonna pick it up. Lord have mercy, they done started something. Lord, they done started something and these black people trying to finish it. They gonna finish it, baby. Lord, hugs and love. Y'all be blessed to J-Lo.
We're calling all of the Asian takeout places. We're placing a big ass, fat ass motherfucking order.
A black woman was arrested after placing thousands of dollars in fake Chinese food orders to protest.
Now, I think this is AI, okay? Thousands of dollars. If she does need to be in jail, but I think that's AI.
The Cyrus verdict.
We boycotting you bitches up in fucking America. It's you Asians in America that we gotta fuck.
Several Detroit women, angered by the verdict in the Rick Chow shooting in South Carolina, vented their frustration on local Chinese restaurants. They repeatedly called Chinese restaurants, ordering large quantities of takeout and then deliberately abandoning the orders as a form of protest. According to the video, they ordered multiple dishes, including sweet and sour chicken, beef with kale, and fried rice, with orders ranging from $50 to over $200. When placing the orders, they specifically mentioned this is for Cyrus and then recorded the entire process and uploaded it to social media. After the incident went viral, many netizens began to imitate the behavior, and the malicious ordering quickly spread, causing actual financial losses to several Chinese restaurants. Detroit.
Now, I just looked that up. That lady that was saying she made the calls, she did make the calls. That's one of the ladies right there. But nobody was arrested according to Google. Okay, and I didn't think anybody had been. Okay, but if anybody keeps doing that stuff, they probably will be arrested, and they need to, because that's just dumb. Okay, let's continue.
Police announced on Saturday that they had arrested at least one key perpetrator.
Y'all are going about that.
Help me. Don't spend your money where you're not welcome. And do y'all think they're going to lose? No. When you don't pick up the food, whoever ordered the same thing, they're going to give it to them. It's not like they're going to throw it away. Y'all Can y'all think? But to me, it is too much energy. Too much energy. Simply don't spend your money where you're not welcome. But yes, for those of you all that's passing on the message to order food and don't pick it up from the Asian's restaurant, don't do that. That's stupid. I'm telling y'all, that's stupid. Just don't spend your money. They're not going to lose money. They're going to give it to the person that order it. And another thing, it's going to trickle to other type of restaurants that you and I may want to order from. Dodo.
Y'all are going about this all wrong. Y'all are going about this all wrong. Why, for the love of God, why are you all calling Chinese restaurants ordering food and not picking it up? Y'all are making it less about boycotting and more about stupidity. To sit here and inconvenience businesses that personally did not do anything to us is utterly ridiculous. Now, if you want to boycott, I'm all for it. Don't go in the beauty supply stores. Don't go to get your nails done. Don't go into Chinese restaurants. Just don't be malicious about it. And I get it. Exactly. I know what everybody's about to say. I get it. But you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. I'm just saying.
South Bay, a pho restaurant in Milpitas shut down indefinitely, and this viral video is the reason why. That is an
Now, listen, you don't need to call if you want to get back. Just don't go there. There's plenty of reasons not to eat at their restaurants. Look at this. This dude is literally outside by a dumpster with, it looks like ribs that he's breaking on the ground because they're frozen or something. Okay, this restaurant got shut down, honey, but this is all nasty. Okay, please pay attention. And I know you've heard the other stories, but anyway.
Now, former employee you see there in the black shirt. And yes, that is a slab of ribs he's slamming on the ground. This happened at the restaurant Pho Love, the restaurant owner telling the Mercury News that this former employee is trying to bring down his restaurant. Well, the county health department has now closed Pho Love, saying inspectors also discovered other health violations, including a cockroach infestation. In the South Bay, a pho restaurant.
What are your thoughts, Crystal, about this?
Now, with that all being said, Del Monte Green Bean says the A gap is opening off these swing blocks. Okay, time to run back 100-yard touchdowns. Stay patient. We are the culture. Okay, we absolutely are, beloved. All right. Thank you for your insight into the topic and your contribution to the channel. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, Diane said, Queen, that's how they all feel. I absolutely agree. Okay, the ones talking about unity are only doing so because it's hitting their pockets. Okay, otherwise they could have been calling for unity decades ago, but did they? Absolutely not.
First and foremost, let's look at the elephant in the room. You want to be black. The way you're wearing your hat, the way you're speaking, everything you're saying, sweetheart, you learned English from watching these same rap videos that you're talking about. Stop playing with me. Secondly, let's really talk about it. The African-American dollar, hence Target, you saw this. If we pull our money away, the economy will crash. Black dollar is over 1.9 trillion. Asian dollar is less than $1 trillion. That's right. They only support their own color. That's right. Yet you build beauty supplies, Chinese restaurants, nail salons. As soon as a plaza comes up, what's the first thing that drops in it?
Chinese restaurant.
Especially in a black area. Yeah. Why? Because no one else is going to spend with you. Those same white people in that white neighborhood that you live in, you do that because you want to blend in, but you still need the black dollar to be relatable. So please, don't speak for all Asians because I know he can't. Not every Asian thinks this way. There's some beautiful Asian people out there, and I know a lot of them. But, sir, you want to be black. You want to be 2-1 Fu Waka Flocka Jack. Like, stop playing with me, please. pick a side and move on. Stop.
This Chinese couple thought that this guy right here could not understand a word that they were saying. And
now, pay attention to this because it's just not, that this one incident with Rick Chow, they have a history of being racist towards us. Please pay attention.
He, in fact, understood everything that they were saying. And he most definitely confronted and checked them about the things that they were saying about him right next to him. Look at this.
Dance for me.
你知道，没事，别讲了。
不好意思。
没事没事没事，
可能理解不了这个意思。
我能理解你的意思，没事。那你要。
Now, look, after he busted them, they're going to sit there and try to laugh it off and try to be nice. Don't try to be nice now after you were just saying racist things, please.
我都定了。走了。每个民族都是有每个民族的特色。
让我大哥咋的去了？
来来来，对，要那个15的。哎，好。长冷面来1000份。不过去了，姐姐。好的，要一点点辣。
This guy is trying to kill my mood, you know. He's just trying to kill my vibe. I don't like racist people at all, you know. I don't like people who are being racist. He's just trying to deny that he wasn't trying to be racist just now, but I could hear him really clearly that he was trying to be racist to me. I know.
So if y'all wasn't reading the text, I'm gonna sum it up for you. This couple right here, it wasn't even a woman at all. But this guy, whenever he walks up next to this dude, what he said was, this dude right here is too black. And the guy that understood him was like, yo, like, that's not nice to say. You shouldn't have said that. Then he was saying he didn't mean it like that and then tried to say it again. Like, bro, you meant it like that. Word of advice to everybody that's watching this, be nice to people. Like, come on now. You never know who understands you. What if he would have got mad? Then what? Exactly. Just spread love, be nice, or just don't say anything if you don't have anything nice to say. So I look at it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. What would y'all have done in this situation? Let me know in the comments below. Like and follow for more.
And you already know that when you're in their nail salons, okay, getting your nails and stuff done or whatever, when they start speaking in their language, they're absolutely talking trash about you, okay? Because everything else they'll say it in English. But when they're talking amongst themselves, they'll absolutely be saying things about you, okay? Please pay attention.
你有什么事吗？
没事，我就说你在拍抖音。
对呀，可以啊，不能拍吗？
发誓，
当然可以啊，我拍我自己，我又不是来拍你。
For those of you who realize the man at the very beginning tried to be kind of unfriendly because he said, what is that black guy doing here? And I think that wasn't so friendly, like a way of speaking. And you know, the reason I actually say this is that, like, you have to know that you can never be given candy by everyone. You can never be given candy by everyone. Like, there are some people who just want to, who just dislike you for some reasons. What I continuously preach on my video is that you have to develop that level of confidence. The level of confidence that you don't give a, you don't care about what the haters say, you know, and even when you are the only person who is so different in any society that you find yourself in, be it color, be it language, be it anything, you just don't care about.
My good Asian siblings, I'm tired that the white man's tactics keep working on us. They always treat us like the perpetual foreigner. You see how they did us during COVID, Chinese Exclusion Act, concentration camps, now icing our neighborhoods. We try to break this label by assimilating and emulating the white man model of success. We worship their institutions, their titles of prestige and salaries. They block us from going to these institutions. Then white men use the Asians as the face of the movement to dismantle affirmative action. And we get admitted even less now amongst other marginalized communities. Why are we fighting so hard to be part of an institution that doesn't want us there to begin with? Then they give us symbolic victories like the Stop Asian Hate Crime Bill, which there is Asian hate, but when other communities are also getting brutalized and there's nothing but silence, this victory just becomes another point of tension devised by the white man to separate us from everybody else. And then we see some of us physically doing the white man's bidding, emulating the racism, anti-blackness, violence, to the point where we're taking people's lives. Then the white man let us walk free. Why? To continue to divide us and other marginalized communities. It's all part of the Grand Master Plan to reinforce these institutions and systems that the white man has created to maintain their power and control over everybody else. Do not be a white devil in Asian skin. Do not fall for the white man tactics.
Oh, now it's don't fall for the white man's tactics. But back in 2020, like I said, when they were blaming us and accusing us of being the ones that are committing the hate crimes against them, nobody said a word.
Hey, y'all, this the old lady. Let me talk to you, man, about this Rick Chow case. Rick Chow is a grown Chinese man. I think he's Chinese based on what I heard, but I'm going to go with Asian. This grown Asian man who deleted a 14-year-old boy, accused him of stealing water, chased him out of the store, down the street, 150 meters or some shit, and deleted him, shot him in the back of the head, him and his son, and then lied and said the child not only had a gun, but had a gun that he pointed at him. The gun that was not even found on the child. But they let that Mickey Ficky go. Y'all hear me? And this was his third shooting. Not his first. His third shooting. And now, I don't know how is it possible. Y'all in Columbia, South Carolina, you bloody, crippled people of the folk nation in Columbia, South Carolina, allow the deletion of a 14-year-old black child. I don't know how y'all allow that happen with no repercussions whatsoever. Some of y'all, please jump up here and explain that shit to me. Because from what I understand, y'all was some big, bold, bad Mickey Fickers. But apparently you can only be big, bold, and bad when it comes to us. You letting this Chinese dude do this kind of shit? What the hell are you? But I'm calling on everybody that follows me not to patronize any of their facilities. Because when you do, you are actually putting your foot on our neck.
That's right.
Why do I say that? Because the federal government only gives those people those loans to put those stores in our neighborhoods so that they can try and do just what they're doing. They let this man walk because this man deleted someone that looks like me. They let him do it 3 times. They let another one in Los Angeles delete a black young lady and let her walk. There are many, many instances of these people doing this to our children, to our people, and of course our oppressors saying it's perfectly okay. So it's time. And then, of course, you do know of the videos that came up after Mr. Child's verdict of them saying they don't need our dollars. And if they don't need it, we definitely shouldn't be forcing them to take it.
Okay.
So I think it's time they get a chance to stay in this country and experience life without having anything to do with black people. It's time that they not deal with black people at all. We should not enter any of their establishments. Period. Old lady out.
I would like to.
I absolutely agree. Okay, let's give them what they need, space. Okay, Del Monte Green Bean says, once something happens to them, okay, they all come back asking for help from us. All of them for the last few years, they've all had their disdain for us. Yes, they absolutely have. Okay, but now it's all about unity. Please sit down somewhere. Okay, thank you, beloved, for your insight into the topic and your contribution to the channel. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Now, Mr. Elevation just gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Thank you so much, Mr. Elevation. I appreciate you, beloved. Now, everyone, please shout out Mr. Elevation for being generous enough to give out 5 memberships, okay? Please pay attention. That was very kind and considerate. Now, listen to this one right here.
Thank the black people who have come forth and stated how useless it is to boycott all Asian businesses just because of one incident. We are not all the same. We are not all one culture. We are not our parents' generation. We are not going to call for a boycott of all black-owned businesses after a black-on-Asian crime. At least you're not going to see me doing that. And by the way, we don't claim this guy. No, we need to be focused on other things. We need to come together because I promise you it's a bit sus that this case received all this attention and went viral seemingly overnight. Back in 2023, when the incident happened, this was not on our radars. Now in 2026, when racial tension in this country is at an all-time high, now we hear about this all of a sudden. It's being covered by every single major news outlets who are run by the ones at the very, very top. Don't get me wrong.
Now he's trying to say that there's something to them having this story everywhere being reported and how it went viral. Well, newsflash, back in 2023, the story was a big story then, was it not? I mean, I know I reported on it. Now, of course, it wasn't as big as it was when he got off and walked away scot-free. That's why the story went more viral, but let's continue.
Wrong. We should talk about these things. They are important. But I think it's time to talk more about unity because things seem like they're devolving into a race war. If you're curious about my thoughts on the case, because I've been away for about 2 weeks and I'm just coming back now, I don't know what to say. It is tragic a kid lost his life. It is tragic we do not have footage of the climax of the situation. Everybody has a counterpoint to every point from both sides. I will just say, there was no need to chase that kid out of the store. It doesn't matter where you stand. You can say it looked suspicious. Maybe they were fed up at that point, whatever. My bottom line is there was no need to chase that kid 100 yards, over 100 yards, in a situation where you brought a weapon with you just in case. And if you somehow were to know that Rick chased him out of racial prejudice, I promise you, not a single Asian on this planet would be surprised. Those are my thoughts. I'm happy to be back, guys. I do think these are important discussions to have, but I think also at this point, maybe we're kind of losing the plot a little bit. Let's push for more unity going forward. Thank you.
I'm not pushing for any damn thing except a boycott. Now, you all heard him say that it happened in 2023 and it didn't get much coverage, basically. Well, why didn't he give that little spiel that he just gave now? Why didn't he give that, calling for unity in 2023? When he first heard that Cyrus had been murdered by Rick Chow, why wasn't he calling for unity then and speaking out? Oh, that's right, because no one really knew about it, according to him. Okay, it didn't go so viral, and also because they weren't in the midst of a boycott. Please pay attention. Okay, this is all a load of BS.
Boycott Asian businesses. Look, I know many people are angry. They think justice needs to be served. So they want to boycott Asian businesses. I know emotions are high, and if this is how you think there's going to be some justice, okay, I'm okay with it. But then when does it end? When is it, okay, we've boycotted Asian businesses enough, justice is served, now let's move on. I just personally don't think this is the solution.
We know you don't think it's the solution, but you don't get to choose the solution. Okay, how about that? The nerve. Do you all hear it? I personally don't think this is the solution. Yeah, of course it isn't for you because you're going to be broke. Okay, you're going to be broke. So, of course, you don't think that's the best course of action, but too bad you don't get to decide. We do. Okay, are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing this? Please pay attention.
If anything, it produces more tension, creating some unnecessary race war. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Asian business owners that are like, what happened? Where's all my black customers? They're just trying to make a living. They're just trying to make money.
When Trump...
We're just trying to make a living too, though. Don't even get me started. Okay, Cyrus was just trying to live, period. He was 14 years old. And whether they think that he came in there to steal the bottled waters or not, the bottom line is he didn't steal anything. Okay? And even if he had, he shouldn't have gotten a death sentence for it. But let's continue.
Was saying that, hey, we need to bring more manufacturing jobs back to America and depend less on China. Where was the Asians at? It was crickets. Now all of a sudden he talking about, oh, it's going to be a race war. No, it's just going to be between you and you not making your bank.
Yeah, that's another thing that they're saying. They're like, oh, it's going to be a race war. I've heard at least 2 of them say that. There's not going to be any race war. That's not going to be any race war. The only war that's going to be is an economic war when you're not getting our money. That's how that's going to work, honey. We're not getting out into the streets with y'all and commit to fight. Please, we have much better things to do that don't involve us getting arrested, okay, or ended up in the hospital. Sit down somewhere.
Payments on your loans, because that's what Black Americans is talking about, pushing Asian businesses out of black communities. You don't see any black businesses in Asian communities. You don't see any white businesses in Asian communities. So where is this entitlement coming from? People, this is not China. This is not any Asian country. Nobody's forced to shop nowhere. People could shop and support who they want to support. But like I said before, this won't be no race war. This will be youth going out of business. That's it.
Exactly. Let me just tell you all something. Look at this right here. Okay. Completely empty. I'm going to cut off the volume because it's playing music in the background. But look at this store. And there's plenty of them like this where we've seen people going and showing the footage empty. The Asian markets, the nail salons, all empty. This is the power that you have. Own it. Okay? Now, like I said, you can't hear what she said because I actually removed the sound. She was basically talking about how empty it was in there. Okay? Please pay attention. Now, there's a troll in here. Hold on, let me find him. Thank you for the troll alert. Hold on. Who's the troll? Somebody let me know. I don't see them. Did a moderator already catch them? Hold on, beloveds. Oh, I see. Chinese girl talking about stop boycotting. How about you stop telling us to stop boycotting? It's not going to stop. Okay, you don't get to come in here and tell us what to do. Lady, it's the audacity, okay? You're going to come in here and tell us to stop boycotting. No, we're not. And what are you going to do about it? Besides nothing. Okay, please pay attention. Okay, that shows you the entitlement right there. The nerve to hop up in here talking about stop boycotting. What you going to do if we don't? Okay? What are you gonna do? Please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, Del Monte Greenbean says, this country is lucky I don't have Bruce Wayne money. Okay? I wish you did, beloved. All right, they need to sit down somewhere. Honey, trying to come in here and tell us what we're gonna do. But hold on. I want to show you all this video where this guy was basically trying to break it down as to why they're racist, as to why they're so racist against us. Well, here's the thing. I don't really give a darn why they're racist. I just care that they are. Okay, so now I'm going to play the video for our own entertainment, but at the end of the day, honey, I don't care. Okay, I don't care what the excuse is. I don't care about no side stories about they've been indoctrinated or any of that. I don't give a darn. Okay.
Disturbing TikTok trend in China. It feels painful to even describe it, but since I grew up there, I feel obligated to have a few words. So basically, a lot of people in China were filming themselves torturing these dolls that have dark skin. Not just any dolls, but specifically dolls with dark skin.
Now, with that all being said, let's talk about that. The Latasha doll. How they were posting videos of themselves injuring that doll or doing all sorts of things, acting as though it were a black child. Okay? But they want unity? Yeah. No, you don't. Okay? You don't want unity. That's what you don't want.
Which apparently sends a racist and sadistic message. It really pains me to talk about this. Maybe I could say something like not all Chinese, but it wouldn't mean much, because statistically, the Chinese population, including the immigrants outside China, are still, in general, pretty racist. There's no way to sugarcoat it. They just are. So I want to talk a little about why, especially since most people in China never had a chance to see a black or brown person up close. Where does this behavior come from? First, I want to say, just as in any country, racism is always highly correlated with ignorance. You need to understand, contrary to what many people may have told you, most parts of China are still highly undereducated. Pile on me if you want, but it's true. I mean, their education is okay in terms of math and science, But when it comes to humanities and social sciences, it's like non-existent.
Oh, okay. So they don't know how to be nice. They don't know how to be humane to people who don't look like them, is basically what he's saying. Okay, sir, please sit down.
Maybe some top universities have some decent programs, but high schools and local colleges are basically in the Stone Age. There's no empirical political science at all. No sociology, no human geography, maybe some geography, but not human geo. There's history, but the content is highly selective. Almost everything in the history textbooks has something to do with glorifying the Chinese Communist Party, not much else. Literature, well, barely. The reading assignments in high schools are very boring, except maybe a
I'm going to fast forward because I don't care about any of that stuff he's saying.
algorithm. You know, the censorship in China is highly effective. With both AI and a massive team of online police, I just can't imagine anything the government doesn't like can become a trend. So on one hand, it's a reflection of organic racism. But on the other hand, it could also be assisted by a centralized algorithm. And of course, making Chinese Americans and African Americans hostile to each other will also help Trump. And China definitely wants Trump in power because
he didn't play the Trump card, did he? See, I want y'all to pay attention. See, this is what they're trying to do. Now, if you notice, that other guy said something similar. He said, oh, I find it very sus. Very sus is what he said. I find it very sus that this story is all reported everywhere when back in 2023, when it happened, really you didn't hear about it. He said with the climate that we're in. So he's talking about Trump. Okay, well, guess what? We know Trump's racist and we know that MAGA is too. But that doesn't have anything to do with them, because my thing is they've been in our communities for decades. They've been in our communities for decades. We should have such a close-knit bond with them that we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But they've never tried to have a bond with us, okay? Since the 60s, when the Black Panther Party was friends with some of them. Now, we saw how that turned out, because one of them that was supposed to be so tight and allowed into the group actually was a whole FBI informant. Okay, please pay attention. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, sir, you're not going to sit here and try to tell us that they're uneducated, are you? And that's why they act that way? Because according to them, we're the ones that are uneducated. Please pay attention.
China's foreign trade literally exploded under Trump's trade policy, as America is dumping its traditional partners. So China probably wants Trump to declare martial law and rule forever, you know? So of course, one way to make it happen is to make Chinese immigrants unable to stay in the liberal tent. Again, I can't prove it, but it's very hard to find alternative explanations for the censorship malfunctioning in the Dow case.
Oh, okay. So what he's saying is there's all this censorship over there in China, but they didn't censor the doll videos. Well, I'm glad they didn't. Okay, because we need to know exactly how y'all think. All right, we need to see it for ourselves. So I'm glad they didn't censor it. How about y'all? I think I've heard enough from him, because to me it sounds like all he's doing is making a bunch of BS excuses for their nefariousness. And I don't know about you all, but I don't want to hear it. Okay, I don't want to hear it. Now, listen to this. Likes up, everyone, please. Don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance. A Black man in Jamaica speaks on a conversation that he had with a Chinese man who calls Black people stupid and he can take over their businesses. I heard a Chinese man say this on a video years ago as well. I think I've told you all that a couple of times.
That Black people are the stupidest set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth. The Chinese said to him that there's no other race in the world more stupider than Black people, and that's why Black people is to the bottom of every economic ladder in the world, and they will never rise up. He told him, he said, you know, this is a Black country. And in this Black country, a Chinese or any other ethnicity, any other race of people, whether it's Indian, Chinese, Arabs, and he went on. I don't want to quote verbatim to make a mistake. said, and they can come into a black country and they can set up a business next to a black person in a black country, and with the help of the black people, they will put the black man out of business in a matter of weeks. Let me say that again. He said that a Chinese or any other ethnicity can come into a black community or a black country, set up a business next to a black person in a black country, and in a matter of weeks, with the help of black people, they can shut black people out of business. Now, when he highlighted the fact that black people are stupid, I was in awe. But when he explained that to me, I must agree. For another ethnicity to come to our land and tell us that we are the stupidest set of people that has ever walked the face of the earth, we would argue and get angry, but it's a fact. What he said is a fact. Any other ethnicity can set up a business in our country next to black people and will get the support of none of its own people. There are people that go to another race, and he said as far as say, and black people are the only people that has ever done that. And that's the truth. It sounds cruel, but it's the truth.
That is the truth. That has been the truth. But the buck stops here. Okay? The buck stops here. Now, if you go over to Africa and they allow you to go over there and do that, okay, well, we can't do anything about that. But right here in the United States, we're not doing it any longer. Okay? We're not doing it any longer. Period. We're not going to continue to be the most stupid people in the world who just give our money to people who just disrespect and murder us. That's what we're not going to do. Murder our children. Is that what y'all want to do? They're out here killing 14 and 15-year-old kids who didn't steal anything. They just accused them of it. And then they walk scot-free. Is that what y'all want? Is that what y'all want to continue? Because if you don't, then you should join the boycott if you haven't already. Okay, come miss me with it. That's what they can do. They can miss me with it. Now, with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast because we're going to be right back, like I told you all, at 12:30 for the updates for the Carmelo Anthony trial. They're having the closing arguments today. And when I tell you that I have some very juicy information, okay, yeah, things that they've tried to hide during the trial, we're going to get into it. Okay, so make sure you tune in. And I did drop the link for the next broadcast. Let me just put it in the chat one more time. With that all being said, listen, I don't hate Asians. At the end of the day, I don't think any of us do. But the fact of the matter is, just because we don't, that doesn't mean that we owe you anything and that we have to continue to spend our money with people who disrespect us on a regular. Okay? We've seen enough and we know enough to not keep going down that same road. Like, like my grandmother used to say, even a dog gets tired. Okay? All right, we might have been doing it for decades, honey, but the buck stops here. Lisa Jackson says, I think they forgot the only reason why they are here is because of us. Exactly, beloved. Absolutely. Okay, our ancestors fighting for civil rights and fighting for other people to be able to come here from foreign lands. Okay, because if it wasn't for our ancestors, they wouldn't even be here. And if you would, it would have been by different means. But I'm just saying, you should show a little gratitude. Okay, you should show a little gratitude rather than attitude and sitting up here talking all this slick stuff, talking about we're uneducated. I mean, they really let us have it. They really let us have it. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Some of our people will go back to them if they lower the prices. But you need to ask yourselves, are those low prices worth the lives of our children? That's what you should ask yourselves. Okay, and if the answer is no, then continue to boycott them. Who gives a damn about low prices? You can get stuff for various prices on the internet. Okay, there's plenty of places you have options now. There was a difference decades ago when we didn't have options. Now you have options. Okay, you don't have to get your wigs and weave from them. And also, let me just tell you, now Portia Williams from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore, also formerly from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Vivica A. Fox. Don't they all sell weave that you can purchase online? Those are 3 Black women. Okay, you can purchase it from them. There's other Black-owned businesses in your areas. All you have to do is look for them. Okay, please pay attention. The buck stops here. Like, I am so sick and tired of this. And the way they came out with all the hostility, talking trash, talking down on us, this is how they have been feeling all along. And now that you know how they really feel, now that you know that behind the smiles, there's the hidden hatred, the disdain, okay? And how they look down on us and think that we're stupid and uneducated. So if that's the kind of people you want to patronize, go right ahead. But if you don't, then you know what to do. Okay, so with that all being said, I'm going to conclude the broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. I'll be back at 12:30, as I said. Okay, so until then, beloveds, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. And until next time, peace.
With that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got